Today on the Stoney Ridge Farm Channel, we're off the farm and we're on the ranch with Mike from Our Wyoming Life in Gillette, Wyoming. And we've got a lot of super fans right back here. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Hey, Goaty, Goaty. Biggies, biggies. Hey there folks, this is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. Welcome back to another video off the farm and on the ranch here with Mike from Our Wyoming Life. Mike, thanks so much for having me out here again. I haven't seen you since 2018.
I was just trying to figure out how long it's been since you've been here. And it's been a few years. Things have changed, obviously.
A ton. I am here with Mike, and first of all, I want you guys to go check his channel out. So your homework assignment is to check out Mike's channel from Our Wyoming Life. There'll be a link at the end of this video. Watch all the way through because it's super interesting what Mike has going on. You've taken something that was a social media thing and turned it into the ultimate farm income diversification tool. I mean,
the ultimate.
The ultimate. I mean,
you know, honestly,
real.
we started diversifying the ranch before YouTube even came along.
Yeah.
So Erin and I, my wife and I, came here in 2008.
Yeah.
Helping out family. That was pretty much it. We realized that having more than one family living on the ranch and being supported by the ranch was impossible to do.
Yeah.
It's so hard. So we decided to start doing farmers market, and that's where we got started in local food.
Yeah.
And that's what led us down the road to YouTube. We started making videos about where your food comes from, and that's what brought people in. Now being able to take that and turn it into a local food business that's now nationwide.
Yeah.
We started out shipping beef jerky. We had people that said, hey, I want to try your beef. Beef jerky was the easiest way to do it. Yeah. Now we ship about 3,000 pounds of beef jerky all over the U.S.
Holy cow.
in a year.
Did you say 3,000?
3,000 pounds of beef jerky.
Holy cow, man.
So now, and also we've moved on. Now we're selling beef and pork. We ship that all over the U.S. as well.
Yeah.
And it's basically a matter of taking people's interest in local food and just building that. Because I think if one thing that COVID taught us is that, first of all, you need as much toilet paper as you can grab.
Yeah.
Or socks or whatever you're going to use. And two is that local food is important.
Yeah, absolutely.
The average food item that's in your grocery store has 1,500 miles on it.
Yeah.
If the trucks aren't running, there isn't food. We've all seen it. You walk in the grocery store, it's like, hey, why are these shelves bare? Well, there's exactly why. So having local food that you can depend on is super important. That's what we're all about.
Nice. That's awesome, man. So what I'm here to do, first of all, is show you guys somebody that's really cool, really interesting, salt of the earth people. You guys run a nonprofit also?
We do, and our nonprofit is all about local food as well. It's about getting local food in the hands of low-income families in our community. We do 235 food baskets per week that go out to low-income families. We run a CSA program. We have free little pantries, food pantries that people at any time can go and grab food from.
Nice.
It's all about, it's about not only showing people where their food comes from, but giving back to the community. We're extremely lucky to do what we do, and being able to give some of that back is huge as well.
That's awesome, man. I think it's our duty as successful people to be able to give back, really.
Right.
That's you were hitting all the marks, man. It's great.
It's almost like I've done this before.
Yeah,
I know, right?
It's absolutely great. So. You guys moved out here in 2008. You've really stepped up your game. I'm excited to see what's next, and you guys should be excited to see what's next. So go over and subscribe to Mike and Erin's channel, Our Wyoming Life, and you're going to see just how different it is ranching out here in the West versus the East. With the intensive grazing program that I have, you just can't do that out here.
No, in fact, I can show you right here. So here, this is a hayfield that's right behind us. This hayfield was harvested in July. Now, you tell me that if you cut your grass in July, what it's going to look like all the way in almost October.
Yeah, it's going to be waist deep.
Yeah, exactly. This was cut back in July. It's got this much regrowth on it. We get one cutting, and that really does show, even with, we're cutting it with machines, obviously we're making hay, but if I send the cows out here to eat it, they're doing the same dang thing, and it's not going to grow back. Right. So we have to practice a little bit different type of rotational grazing than you guys would, but definitely one cutting, one grazing on each pasture, and we'll see you next year. So a little different.
So in North Carolina, where I live, it's pretty common for 1 to 1.5 acres per cow. Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
35, 40 acres per cow.
Yeah, and it depends on the year.
Yeah.
You know, I've got friends of mine that, and people don't believe this, but I've got friends of mine that live in New Mexico and Arizona where it's 100 acres per cow. I think they're eating sagebrush and cactus. I don't know what they're eating.
Now, you have to hay, obviously, 7 months out of the year, probably 6 months out of the year?
Yeah, so we're feeding hay about 180 days is what we plan for. So 6 months out of the year, we're feeding hay, which means that we have to put that up during the summer months and make sure that we have it. The last few years, like I mentioned, we've been in drought.
Yeah.
So we've been buying hay from anywhere we can get it. And last year we bought 14 truckloads of hay, about 250 tons out of Missouri, and had it trucked all the way up here.
So you're talking about $80,000 worth of hay.
Exactly, yeah, easily. So being able to put up our own hay is huge. Unfortunately, we're at the mercy of Mother Nature. If we don't get the rain, we don't get hay.
Right, exactly. I'm at the mercy of Mother Nature, but not at that much mercy. So I spent 10 grand on hay this year. We're rebuilding the land, and we have no topsoil. You guys have topsoil like 4 feet deep out here, probably.
Something like that. It's not quite. We have a lot of sandy soil, so a lot of our moisture moves right through, and not a whole lot of topsoil to try to hold stuff together. So a lot of native grasses, but we're not doing much actually planting. So what we're harvesting is native grass.
Awesome. That's why the beef from the west tastes different than the beef from the east. So if you order beef from the Stoney Ridge, it's going to taste totally different than the beef from here in our Wyoming life.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's go see your farm store. Check it out.
Hey guys, welcome to the farm store. Everything in here is raised on the ranch, from the beef to the pork to the chicken, beef jerky, baked goods, honey, vegetables, a little bit of everything. We've got a beef freezer, which is full of all of our beef. We finish 5 steers per month, or every other month, sorry. We finish 5 steers every other month. We also have pork, and we raise about 30 pigs per year on the ranch. So, best part of the pig, right there.
Yeah, pork belly.
There we go.
And your wife is Erin's making ice cream?
Oh, she's making all kinds of ice cream.
Gosh.
She does all the baked goods. We've got our vegetables and eggs. It's a little bit of everything.
I have such a sweet tooth, man.
It's on. I'll have to hook you up when you leave. You get you something for the road.
Awesome, man.
But no, it's great. And people love it. They come out here from all over the world. And we have people stop by, buy stuff here. They can buy it online. They can have it shipped directly to their door. Being able to provide local food to as many people as possible is, great.
Now you do this a little bit differently. You do this, everybody doesn't have access to your online retail operation. So you run it through your Patreon, and people can donate as little or as much as they want to?
Yeah, so basically what we found is that if we said, hey, 250,000 people can come and order beef whenever they want, we'd be sold out.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So Patreon allows us to almost like a gatekeeping. It's like Sam's Club or Costco or anything like that. You pay $1 per month to be a Patreon member, which is really nothing.
Yeah.
And then you can come and order beef and pork from us. You get a password, you can go and order, you can order as much as you want.
That's super.
But it helps us just to control inventory more than anything, because obviously
you can't keep up.
No, we couldn't, and we're having that trouble now. I mean, we're out of steaks.
Yeah.
People bought us out of steaks.
Nice. Time consuming, hard to keep up. That's some of the challenge I'm running into on my farm is like, how do I provide beef to you? I've got 35 cows. How do I provide beef? You guys are beefing 5 cows every 2 months.
Yep.
So that's a lot of beef.
Yeah,
man.
that's a lot of steers.
On a grand scale, that's tiny bit of beef.
It's a small operation. I mean, it's a very small business, but that's one of the great things is that people are willing to support small businesses, and supporting your local farmer is huge.
That's it. That's super admirable. Supporting local farms, even if it's not local to you.
Right.
It can be local. So the miracles of the internet, right?
Yeah, right. No doubt. It's everywhere. This is Jenny. We have Jenny and Forrest. They are part of our useless animal collection, and they hang out at the ranch. They just take it easy. They bring folks in to talk about where their food comes from, and it's a little tricky, but it's a lot of fun to have something different in Wyoming.
Hey, little buddy. How you doing, little buddy? Oh, what a cute little... Man, this is the tiniest horse. It's a licking horse. Leonard. Hey, bud. Here you go, buddy. Oh, boy. Look at that. So, Mike, you guys also run a petting zoo out here, too, right?
Yeah, we do a little bit of everything.
So when people come out to the farm store, they actually get a little experience with the animals, which is something that's really cool. Man, I envy your operation, really.
I think it's important to show people where their food comes from. And having animals or anything else is definitely a part of that exposure.
It is. Mike, thank you so much for having us back here again. I wish I could spend like 5 days out here. So maybe next time we rent out the vacation rental house.
Oh yeah,
over
you
here,
stay in the Airbnb. I mean, that's
yeah.
one of the biggest things we were just talking about it. Like every farmer and rancher that I know, they have a side hustle.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I think that you have to do in agriculture nowadays is have a diversified income. So we have the Airbnb that you can stay in. You can play a few video games, some old antique pinball machines. Yeah. We have an RV park that people stay in. And all this is about showing people where their food comes from, but they also spend money while they're here. So it helps support the ranch, support local farmers. I mean, that's what it's all about.
That is what it's all about. Thanks, man.
Thank you
so
I
much
appreciate
again.
it, man.
Dude, I can't say how much and how impressed I am with how you've taken this operation from zero to hero, and really an admirable thing. I see what you're doing, and I see what I'm doing, and I need help. I need more people. You've got ranch hands. I'm at that point. I'm in an interim point where I've got to hire some help. So you really pointed me in, set my sails in the right direction on my farm. So.
I'll tell you what, if you have a mission, like you can get a shot at Jeff. Jeff is over here with us.
Yeah.
And Jeff is a volunteer. I mean, he believes in what we do. And that's what it really comes down to too, is having something that people can get behind, that they can flow behind. We have people stop out here and they say, "Hey, Mike, this is the best steak I've ever had in my life."
Yeah.
And I say it's not. But it is, because you feel connected to that.
Yep, absolutely.
And you feel connected to the ranch, you feel connected to us, whatever it may be. You'd be surprised how much psychology there is in everyday life and food. Yeah.
Yep. Well, thanks a lot, Mike. I know we'll see you again in a couple years. We'll be back here, and you'll probably have all sorts of crazy stuff going on. So guys, check out Mike and Aaron's channel, Our Wyoming Life. It's a great channel. You got about 250,000 subscribers. We're going to send them to 300. So
oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, guys.
We're actually just away from 250. So if you could help us to 250, I'd be happy with that.
Heck yeah. So check out Mike and Aaron's channel. I'll be over there. You'll get a little backside shots here and stuff. It's going to be pretty awesome. And look forward to Stoney Ridge Farmer beef soon. But before that, you can go over to Mike and Aaron's channel and get hooked up with some awesome Wyoming beef. It tastes totally different out here. So I don't know if it's a sagebrush or what. But
well, they're not even much sagebrush, but who knows?
So it's the grass.
It's just a different attitude in the West. That's what it is. It's
the
attitude. You taste the attitude.
You can. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, sir.
Take care. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time on the Stoney Ridge Farm Channel. All right. Woo! Woo!
Come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge. Woo!
I'll get down to normal people height. Come on, guys. I know you want to show off.
They're like, what?
Guys, welcome to the farm store. Let's do it one more time. Bust in the door and then just turn yourself around. Saturday Night Fever. Guys, what? Man, this is the tiniest horse. It's a licking horse.